Welcome to Have to Know History. It's history you just have to know. Now, last time we met a monster, a king with poor judgment, a fearless hero, and a clever inventor who built a maze. It was wild, it was weird, it was totally Greek. Now, what if I told you that the myth of the Minotaur was based in actual historical fact? At least partly. Let's dig in, literally. So first off, yes, the Minoans were real. They lived on the Greek island of Crete over 3,000 years ago and built massive palaces like the one at Knossos, where I actually visited. This place is a labyrinth all on its own. Hundreds of rooms, narrow corridors, strange staircases. You could totally get lost in there. In fact, labyrinth might even come from the word labers, a double-headed axe that was a big Minoan symbol. And guess what? Those axes show up all over the place. So real maze? Check. Now let's talk bulls. Minoan art is packed with them. Bull heads, bull horns, and most famously, bull leaping. That's right, acrobats jumping over bulls in mid-charge. We're not sure if this was a sport, a ritual, or just the world's earliest extreme stunt show, but it's all over the frescoes. Could that be the origin of the man-bull myth? Mix a real ritual with a few centuries of storytelling and boom, Minotaur. Now, here's where things get creepy. At a site called Mesopotamia, archaeologists found a Minoan temple with human remains. What looks like a skeleton of a young boy, bound like a sacrificial victim. He was lying on what might have been an altar and crushed by falling stones, likely from an earthquake. Some scholars think that this could be evidence of human sacrifice, maybe in desperation during natural disasters. Add in Minoans' deep connection to natural gods, and suddenly the whole sending kids into a labyrinth thing starts to feel uncomfortably possible. And speaking of disasters, just north of Crete lies the island of Santorini, known in ancient times as Thera. About 1600 BC, exactly 1628 BC according to some volcanologists, it exploded in one of the biggest volcanic eruptions in history. We're talking massive tsunamis, sky-darkening ash, shaking ground, the kind of thing that could literally tear a civilization apart. Did the Minoans experience that? Very likely. Did they try to stop it? Maybe with sacrifices. And when the disaster came anyway, did they blame a cursed king and a monster in a maze? Maybe. And it wasn't just Crete. Ash from the eruption has been found in Greenland and deep inside lake beds in China. Ancient tree rings in Ireland show signs of a sudden climate dip. Egyptian texts from the same era describe skies darkened for days, failed harvests, and widespread famine. In Mesopotamia, scribes recorded a time when the sun disappeared and the waters rose. This wasn't just a local catastrophe. It was a global trauma, remembered in fragments across the ancient world. The whole world shook, and ancient people remembered. So, is the Minotaur myth real? Not exactly. But it's possibly a memory, a legend passed down from a time when palaces were mazes, people leapt over bulls, sacrifices were made in fear, and the earth shook under their feet. And that's the magic of history. Behind the stories, behind the monsters and heroes, sometimes there's truth echoing in the ruins. And then there's Atlantis. You've probably heard of it, an advanced island civilization destroyed in a single day and night. The first mention comes from Plato, writing 1,000 years later. He said the tale came from Egypt, of a powerful seafaring nation beyond the Pillars of Hercules that vanished beneath the waves. Some say he made it up. Others think he was echoing a real catastrophe, one very much like the eruption of Thera. Sound familiar? Thanks for being here. Like, subscribe, and stick around. We have more ancient intrigue, mystery, and weirdness to uncover.